My question was, why would you want to do it? If you are retired or semi-retired, why would you want to be forcing yourself to get up so early in the morning? Well, for me, it is the greatest gift ever that I don't have to try to keep my schedule to the clock because I have to go to work, because it means that I can do whatever I want. And whatever I want is to do whatever I want. And this gives me, I am a morning person, like I said, it gives me an extra hour in the morning to not worry that I'm running behind, or that I should be doing this, or that I should be doing that, or shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. Whatever I do get anxiety, I always have over time. I always feel like I'm rushing, always feel like I'm behind, always feel like I'm doing the wrong thing, always feel like I should be doing more. It's a thing. I don't know if it's a medical thing, but it is a thing I've always had. So I find that morning getting up so early just gives me a couple of hours of peace. And then it goes through the whole day. I have to go to the doctor right now. Well, after I'm finished. If this had been a normal time, I would not be making this video because I wouldn't have had time. I just find that I have already gotten lots of work done everything I need to do pretty much within reason. It's a nice day. There's other things I could be doing that I really wish I could be doing. We're supposed to be starting to get snow tomorrow. Got a bunch more leaves I would love to get in and just prep outside on this beautiful day. It's cold out though, so the old lady in me is like, oh, it'd be kind of nice just to go for a ride. So I'm going to do it. I've been putting it off this week. The weather's been just miserable. And I think I am getting old, and that if it's cold and raining, I've never liked it. But I mean, you can't get my foot out the door. And I do think, though, that this is a benefit to that. You can get a full day of doing whatever you want. When did you ever have that? And why would you want to spend it sleeping? That is my question to you. I guess my last question is, if you blatantly don't care, if you're just like, I don't care, I'm just gonna sleep in, I get a chance, I'm gonna just sleep more. Just want to give you a gentle reminder that this is your life. I have started some series on passing away. It always seems to come back to that for me. Again, maybe it's an anxiety thing, and I don't want to be always ragging on the negative. That's not really how I wanted to start this series, but it's just the way it seemed to be going with the toxic work, which is kind of what threw me in here, because I have wanted to do this for ages and never had time. I kind of split my time between doing YouTube and trying to get some stuff going on my own and looking after everything around here, because there's a lot to look after. But if you're so blasé that you just want to sleep, and that you're so tired that you just want to sleep, maybe there are better ways you can spend the rest of your life. And this is not being judgmental. I certainly run out of steam a lot of times. I'm just saying, if it is your normal, maybe there's a few things you can do to ramp it up and get some spark back in your life. I've been thinking very hard about what exactly this channel is about. I need to kind of have a good theme going and stay fairly centered. So I'm thinking, what is it? What is mine? And right from the beginning and through my whole life, it's always been that spark. I've been lucky. Even my daughter said when I was younger, I used to have like a glow about me. We called it like the shine. And it's not that I was never negative, or that I didn't go through hard times, but it was like a physical thing almost. And she has it too. It's really awesome. So does my other daughter. But we do need to be looking after ourselves to have it. Me and everybody has to. And I think anybody can have it if you look after yourself. And that's health, and that's sleep, that is stress, that is good things. And that's what this channel is going to be about. And some of the topics are difficult, but if you can deal with them properly, they won't interfere so much and they won't take over your life. There's so many things as we get older, like depression, like stress, like anxiety, that comes with all the stuff we have to deal with. So I want to deal with those things on this channel. All to say, if you're finding yourself so blasé that you don't want to get out of bed, that you would rather sleep, you don't want to do anything because you have no interest in it anymore, just stay tuned. And there are all kinds of things in the playlist area that I have headed right now anyways under chapters. They're going to deal with all that stuff. So let's start with just try to find one thing that would encourage you to get up in the morning that you might like to do to just get yourself out of bed, get your coffee, pet your animals, and give them whatever they need. And then go sit down, no pressure, and just do it for a while. Read a book. That is worth getting up out of bed early for, in my humble opinion. So have a great day and let me know. Let me know all about it. I would like for my question to be today, what is holding you back? What, or how about what could bring you forward? What's something that you think you'd like to do in the morning? I would love to know that. And let me know where you are. I find that very interesting as well. Have a great day. So I thought it was time for a time change update. For time change update. Because it's been, I guess, a couple of days now, and I have been really, really liking it. I usually do, but I also sometimes have a hard time getting going on it or getting myself out of bed and stuff like that. But I will say my one thing that I have going for me is that I have been taking this medication. It has worn me out. So I have been totally off on my sleep and going to sleep really early already, which is key to this. If you're gonna get up early, you have to go to bed early. It's not that you're actually getting up earlier, but if obviously you're going to bed an hour later at night, and it's really easy because we're so used to battling to stay up later as it is anyway. And then all of a sudden, 11 o'clock is okay to stay up too. It's just very easy to do that. And so you have to be very diligent about going to bed at your regular time, which for me now is like, say, a little before 9, whereas before I used to like to be on my way a little before 10. I like to listen to things while I'm sleeping, so I'd put something on, and I have the timer for YouTube. There's a setting somewhere. If you want me to make a video about that, I will. I forget right offhand how I did it, but it's some kind of a timer, I think, on your phone that you can use to set it up so that either you don't go on it at all, or you can say, I want another 15 minutes, but you have to manually do it, which I find does help. It just makes me more mindful. Okay, the gig's up. I'm supposed to be sleeping at this point. It's been working really good. So on the medication, I wanted to mention it because I, for one thing, did, with the doctor's approval, start backing it out a little bit, and it's been helping me a lot. I'm finding that I'm not quite so tired, but I'm still getting, I think, some benefit. It was already a pretty low dose, but I find that I'm fairly sensitive to that kind of stuff. So, um, just in case there's anybody watching that is on medication, that you may find that if you talk to the doctor about adjusting your dosage to be a little a little lower, like that you can even adjust the pills yourself. Talk to him or her first. Don't just do it on your own. It might help a little bit. I'm finding that it's helping me. I have a little more energy. So I'm getting up at 4:30 in the morning. My alarm is set for 10 to. I didn't spring out of bed, but at least I'm awake, and then I'm up when the alarm rings, or I'm out of bed already usually. Now, the last couple days, I have been going to bed really early. So that is, like, for me, really early, is now that it's dark, like around supper time, I feed the dogs, do my chores, go out, do the ducks, the chickens, do whatever, do some dishes, and usually I'm upstairs around 6:30. Now that's the time that I like to knit. I'm trying to get some knitting patterns created to sell and some knitting to sell, and I just need some knitted stuff because I gave it all away to the homeless shelter last year, which is fine because I can make it again. I've got wool, and I'm gonna have more videos on that kind of thing as well. And I, I also like to maybe do comments, respond to comments, or do some easy stuff, maybe some editing and that kind of thing at night. But sometimes I'm just flat out sleeping. The other night, I think I went to bed at 6:30. Then I'll wake up about 10:30, feel like I slept all night, go let the dogs out again, do anything I need to do, and then other red surfer. There. Now I don't need to worry about losing that whole segment like has happened to me before. Yes, me sleeping on the couch at 6:30 at night, which I mean for me that's I don't want to go on so much about myself. The reason I do this is because I figure maybe somebody might get a little bit of validation from that, from my experiences, because maybe you're doing the same thing. Normally in the summertime, I was sitting there waiting until the ducks would go in at like after 9 o'clock and I'd be so tired I couldn't even move. I don't know why these dogs keep doing this every time I come down here to do these. So we're just gonna let it be. If you guys can hear Mishi in the background and a bunch of running around, it's okay. I don't know, they did it the last time I came down here as well. I did take them for a walk and they're fed and all that stuff. And there's nobody here, so I don't know. It's like checking babies. It's like checking babies to make sure that they are fed and changed and stuff and happy. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is you might want to take something that will help you sleep so that you're tired at bedtime. It can be anything from cocoa or warm milk. Eating yogurt apparently is supposed to be good for you before you go to bed. And I find a little snack will help me, and I bring water and an herb tea or something up with me. And I have a really comfortable spot on the couch, which you may have seen in one of my shorts I just posted not too long ago about my morning at 5 a.m. You could also take melatonin or even gummies. I have never taken those because I find myself pretty sensitive to almost anything. So I haven't, but maybe if it's something that you do, it might be helpful. Just something to smooth you out at bedtime so that you will go to bed on your actual schedule instead of sneaking that extra hour in, because it's gonna bite you in the morning and then the whole thing's gonna not work out. So that is a big tip. And it's been working well for me so far. I'm really thrilled.